Where is the accountability? Why is it always our fault? Yes, I chose the nice guy. You know what happened? Turned out to be a covert narcissist, completely destroyed my self-worth and confidence. So then I decided to remove myself from the dating pool and heal and grow and evolve into who I am today, meaning now I'm celibate, not dating, and I'm happy with my life. But now I'm too picky because my standards and boundaries are really strong and really high, and I'm going to die with a bunch of cats because I'm too picky. I guess I'll take the cats or the bear or the shark, and I'll stay alone if these are my options.
Ladies, I want to give you a good piece of advice. If you need help from your husband and you want to have like that partnership thing going on where you guys are like in sync about what needs to be done and whose roles it is, don't tell your husband to do things. It's like such a small tweak. But if you say, go mow the lawn, or go clean the bathroom, or go move the laundry, that ego and that pride is going to be like, I'm sorry, are you my mother? It's so different if you instead phrase it like a question or a favor. Hey baby, would you mind moving that laundry before you come upstairs? It makes all the difference in the world. So ladies, check your tone when you're talking to your man and make sure that it's filled with gratitude and respect.
Women don't have the first clue about how men think and feel. This is just another example of how women tell other women things that sound good to them to help them cope with a sad reality. The reality that today's men are done with them, that they're rejecting today's women and walking away. It's something women do because it makes them feel better about the reality that is their lives. The reality that they're sad, bitter, alone, and unwanted. It's why things will only get worse for women. Because to them, it's easier to blame men for rejecting them instead of accepting that maybe, just maybe, they aren't the perfect catch they think they are. It feels better to say men are afraid of them or scared to be with them than to face the reality that they've become so toxic, so delusional about themselves, that it turns men off the minute they see them. It's also proof of how women do not listen to what men say, because they know men's thoughts and feelings better than men do, when in reality, they're utterly clueless. It's why they've decided men are intimidated instead of facing the reality that men are exhausted by the never-ending toxicity and negativity directed at them by these so-called boss bitches who think that having a career, paying your bills, making money, makes them a catch, when in reality, it just simply makes them an adult. It's videos like this that have led women to believe they deserve, they are entitled to, the perfect man who will give them all the validation and consideration they feel they deserve while they offer nothing, literally nothing in return. If you ever want to see why men are done, why men are walking away from the narcissistic mindset of today's modern women, this is it.
Guys, the reason why she keeps on blaming you for everything is because she's in denial about needing to fix anything within herself. She doesn't see anything wrong with her behaviors. She doesn't see the need to change anything about her behaviors. She doesn't care that you suffer. She only cares about herself. She's selfish and you're selfless. That's the reason why it's not working. You gotta learn when it's time to go.
We all make mistakes and we all have flaws, but it's all about how we handle them. That's what really matters. Some women out there, they just can't seem to own up to their actions. They refuse to take responsibility for the part they play. They, quick to blame others, make excuses, or even deny that they did anything wrong. A lack of accountability is poison to a relationship. It shows a fundamental lack of maturity and integrity. Because in any partnership, there's going to be challenges. There are going to be disagreements. But if you're with somebody who fails to acknowledge their role in a problem, well, you're going to be fighting an uphill battle. And here's the thing, gentlemen. If she can't own up to her mistakes, how can you trust her? How can you build a solid foundation for a relationship that there's no accountability? You might as well build your house on quicksand. It's not going to work. When you come across a woman who refuses to take responsibility for her actions, she can't admit when she's wrong. Don't look past it. Don't ignore it. It's only a matter of time before that lack of accountability destroys your relationship. And you're going to find yourself right back where you started. You want a woman who's willing to own her mistakes, learn from them, and grow as a person. So don't settle for anything else. Hold out for a woman who's mature enough to take responsibility for her actions, because that's the kind of wife and mother to your children you need by your side.
So I was talking to a male friend of mine the other day, and he told me that women don't apologize and women can't be held accountable. And I began to really think deeply about this idea. And one of the things that came across my mind is, in the last 9 months or so of me being in my private practice, I have myself experienced many women, whether they came in as a couple or they came by themselves, they very abruptly discontinued their therapy. And I started to reflect and really think, what was going on here? And I noticed that after I had to confront them about something, I had to bring to their attention something they were doing that wasn't contributing to the health of the relationship, they became very defensive and very, just very harsh, and they stopped coming. And even though the husband would continue to come, he made it very clear that, yeah, she won't apologize. She thinks you're wrong. She thinks you're taking my side. And I began to really reflect, like, oh my gosh, is it true that women don't apologize? Is it that women struggle with being held accountable? I'd love your thoughts on this. Me personally, I think it has to do with a person's level of emotional maturity. What do you think?